Hello everyone, this is Afzalur Rahman. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about the topic proteins. Now, what are these proteins? These proteins are one of the most important class of biomolecules that are present in living system. Okay, and these proteins, they form the fundamental basis of structure and the function of any living system. Okay, now these proteins, this term protein was derived from a Greek word proteus, and this proteus means primary or of prime importance. Okay, so this term protein was derived from a Greek word proteus, which means primary or of prime importance. Okay, because these proteins, they are very much important for the structure, growth and development of a living system. Okay, now what are the different sources, what are the main source of these proteins? Okay, the main source of these proteins are, okay, now the main sources of protein are milk, fish, meat, cheese, pulses, etc. Okay, they are the chief source or the main source of these proteins. Okay, and these proteins are the polymers of alpha amino acid. These proteins are the polymers of alpha amino acid. Okay, now see here, proteins are the polymers of alpha amino acid. Okay, means in protein molecules, okay, a large number of alpha amino acid will combine and they will give rise to proteins. Okay, now see here, these proteins upon hydrolysis gives peptides. These proteins upon hydrolysis gives peptides, and this peptides upon hydrolysis gives alpha amino acid. Okay, so we can write here, we have proteins which upon hydrolysis will give peptide, and this peptide upon hydrolysis will give alpha amino acid. Okay, or in another sense we can say that a large number of these alpha amino acid, these are monomer molecules, a large number of these alpha amino acid will combine and they will give rise to peptide, and when this large number of peptide will combines, they will give rise to proteins. Or in the reverse way, this upon hydrolysis gives peptides and this upon hydrolysis gives alpha amino acid. Okay, now what are these amino acid? Okay, now we are going to study about this amino acid. So amino acid. Okay, amino acid. Here you see, these amino acids are organic molecules. Okay, now in this amino acid we have two parts. Okay, one is amine and another one is acid. Okay, in this amine part, okay, so it will contain two parts. Okay, one is amine group and another one is acidic group. Another one is carboxylic acid group. Okay, amine means, the formula of amine is NH2. Okay, and carboxylic acid we know, bond COOH. Okay, this amine group, this is a basic group. These amines are basic in nature, and this is carboxylic acid. Okay, these carboxylic acids are acidic in nature. Okay, so in amino acid, okay, you will get two functional groups. One is the amine group and another one is carboxylic acid group. Okay, now this alpha amino acid, okay, this alpha amino acid, this alpha amino acid can be obtained can be obtained by the hydrolysis of proteins. Okay na? Alpha amino acid can be obtained by the hydrolysis of proteins. Okay, now what is alpha amino acid? Okay, now if we draw the structure of this amino acid, now we are going to write the structure of amino acid. Suppose if we consider the structure R bond CH bond NH2 bond COH. Suppose this is one molecule. Now this is one of the example of amino acid. Here you see this is amine group and this is COH group. So in short we can say that this is one amino acid molecule. Amino acid molecule. This is amine. Okay, and this is carboxylic acid. This is carboxylic acid. Okay, and this what are these R? These R may be any carbon chain. Okay na? So this R can be called as side chain. R can be called as side chain molecule. Okay. Now why this is called alpha amino acid? Why this is called alpha amino acid? These are called alpha amino acid because here you see we have COH part na. The carbon next to this carbonyl group. Here we have this COH, we can write C double bond OH. Okay, and this carbon is a carbonyl group. Okay na? The carbon next to this carbonyl group is called alpha. The next carbon will be called as beta, gamma, delta, like that. Okay, so this carbon, in reference to this carbonyl group, this carbon will be called as alpha. And in this alpha carbon, we have one amino group. Okay na? So it will be called as alpha amino acid. Okay na? So its name is alpha amino acid. And these alpha amino acids are the monomers or the simplest molecules of any proteins. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the classification of proteins. Next topic, classification of proteins. Classification of amino acid. Okay na? Classification of amino acid. Okay, number 1. Depending upon the number of amino, there is NH2 and carboxyl, there is bond COH groups. Okay na? COH groups. So based on number of amino acid and amino group and carboxyl group, these amino acids are classified into 3 types. Okay. So these are classified into 3 types. These amino acids. Okay na? These are classified into 3 types. One is neutral amino acid. Acidic amino acid and basic amino acid. Okay, now what is this neutral amino acid? Neutral amino acid means in this type of amino acid the number of amine group and number of carboxylic acid group will be same. Okay na? Or it will contain one amino group and one carboxylic acid group. Okay na? So it will contain neutral amino acid means it will be neutral. The number of acidic part and basic part will remain same in the neutral amino acid. Okay na? So it will contain one NH2 group and one COH group. Okay na? So number of basic part and acidic part same. So this type of amino acid will be called as neutral amino acid. In case of acidic amino acid, the number of acid group, there is a number of carboxylic acid group will be higher than that of basic group. Okay na? So in this acidic amino acid group, amino acid it will contain 2 acidic group, means 2 COOH group and 1 NH2 group, okay na? So here you see the number of acidic group is more than that of basic group, so that's why it is acidic amino acid. And basic amino acid, in case of basic amino acid, the number of basic group, okay na, will be more than that of acidic group, okay na? So in case of basic amino acid, it will contain 2 amino group, 2 NH2 group and 1 COOH group, okay? So simply you can write like that, okay? Or in case of acidic amino acid group, the number of acid group will be more than that of basic group. In case of basic amino group, the number of basic group or base group will be higher than that of acidic group, okay? And in case of neutral acid, the number of acidic and basic group will remain same, okay? So based on the number of amine and carboxylic acid group, these amino acids are classified into 3 types. One is neutral amino acid, another one is acidic amino acid, and another one is basic amino acid, okay? Now what are the examples? Okay? So now we are going to study about the examples of this neutral, acidic and basic amino acid, okay? First of all, number 1, neutral amino acid. Neutral amino acid. Neutral amino acid means here the number of amine group and carboxylic acid group will remain same, okay? For example, glycine. Okay now, the structure of this glycine is NH2 CH2 COOH, okay? So this is a glycine molecule, okay now? You see here in this glycine molecule, the number of carboxylic acid and number of this amine group is same. So this is neutral amino acid, okay? Another example, alanine. Next example, so structure will be NH2 bond CH bond CH3 bond COOH. Here you also see in this alanine the number of carboxylic acid group and amine group is same, okay? So its name is alanine. This is another amino acid. And valine, okay? Another example, valine. The structure of this valine is NH2 CH COOH bond CH3 twice, okay? So this is valine. So glycine, alanine, valine, these are some of the examples of neutral amino acid. Why neutral amino acid? Because here the number of amine group and carboxylic acid group is same. Number of amine group, carboxylic acid group same. That's why they are called neutral amino acid, okay? Now you see here this glycine molecule, whether this glycine molecule is chiral or not chiral, okay na? You give the answer in the comment section, okay, whether this glycine molecule is chiral or not, okay na? If it is a chiral, then why it is chiral, and if it is not chiral, then why it is not a chiral molecule, okay? You give the answer in the comment section, okay? So here these are some of the examples of neutral amino acid, okay? Now we will see the examples of acidic amino acid. Number 2 is acidic amino acid. You can take the screenshot. Next you see number 2 acidic amino acid. Number 2 is acidic amino acid, okay? In this acidic amino acid, the number of acidic part will be more than that of basic part, okay na? Now for example, aspartic acid. For example, aspartic acid, the structure of this aspartic acid is NH2 CH COOH bond CH2 bond COOH, okay? So this is aspartic acid. This is aspartic acid. Okay now, here you see in case of aspartic acid, the number of carboxylic acid is more than that of amine group, okay now? So this is acidic part is more than that of basic group, okay now? So this is acidic, one example of acidic amino acid, this is aspartic acid. And the another example is glutamic acid. The structure of this glutamic acid is NH2 bond CH bond COH bond CH2 bond CH2 bond COH. Okay na? COH. Okay, so this is glutamic acid. Glutamic acid. Here also you see the number of acidic part is more than that of basic part. Okay, so these are the examples of acidic amino acid. Now we will see the examples of basic amino acid. We will see the example of basic amino acid. Examples of basic amino acid. Number 3, basic amino acid. This example include lysine. Okay, so the structure of this lysine is NH2 bond CH bond COOH bond CH2 bond CH2 3 times bond NH2 bond NH2. So its name is lysine. Okay, so this is one of the example of basic amino acid. Why basic? Because here you see the number of basic part is more than that of acidic part. More than that of acidic part. That's why this is basic amino acid. Another example is histidine. Another example is histidine. The structure of this histidine is NH2 bond CH bond COOH bond CH2 bond N bond NH. Okay, so this is histidine. This is histidine. So this is another example of basic amino acid. Okay, here you see the number of amino group. Amino group is more than that of acidic group. More than that of acidic group. Okay, so this is another example of basic amino acid. So based on the number of amino group and carboxylic acid group, these amino acids are classified into 3 types: acidic amino, neutralized amino acid, acidic amino acid, and basic amino acid. Okay, now, and we have discussed the examples of this neutral, acidic, and basic amino acid. Okay. Now, next classification is number 2. Next classification. Number 2, classification on the basis of their synthesis. Classification of proteins on the basis of their synthesis. Okay, now. So on the basis of their synthesis, okay, now. These polymers are these amino acids are classified into 2 types. One is essential amino acid and the other one is non-essential amino acid. Okay, now. These are classified into 2 types. These are classified into 2 types. 2 types. Okay, now. First one is essential amino acid. Essential amino acid, and another one is non-essential amino acid. Non-essential amino acid. Okay, now out of this 20 amino acids that occur in nature, okay, now. So out of this 20 amino acids, 10 amino acids, okay, now, they are synthesized in our body. Okay, now, by various biological reactions, chemical reactions. Okay, now. So out of this 20 amino acids, 10 amino acids are synthesized in our body. So this type of amino acid that are synthesized in our body, this type of amino acids are called non-essential or dispensable amino acid. Okay, now. The amino acids which are synthesized in our body, they are called non-essential or dispensable amino acid. Okay. So they are synthesized in our body. Okay, now. Synthesized So they are called, sorry, here non-essential amino acid means they are synthesized in our body, synthesized in our body, okay na. So the amino acids which are synthesized in our body are called non-essential or they are called dispensable, non-essential or dispensable amino acid, dispensable amino acid, okay na, amino acid. And the 10 amino acid which are not synthesized in our body, okay na, but they should be taken through diet, okay na, because these amino acids are also important for our body, okay na, but they are not synthesized in our body, okay na. Those type of amino acids they are called essential amino acids, okay na. So these essential amino acids they are not synthesized, they are not synthesized in our body, but we should take through our diet, okay na. So they are important, okay na, but they are not synthesized in our body, but they should be taken, okay na, through our diet, okay. So they are called essential or indispensable, essential or indispensable, essential or indispensable amino acid, okay. So on the basis of the synthesis, these amino acids are classified into two types. One is essential amino acid, another one is non-essential amino acid, okay na. Non-essential amino acids are those amino acids that are synthesized in our body, okay na. So they are called non-essential amino acids, okay na, or dispensable amino acid. And the 10 amino acids that are not synthesized in our body, but they are very much important for our body. So we should take this amino acid through our diet, okay. So this type of amino acids are called essential or indispensable amino acids, okay. Now we will see the examples of this essential and non-essential amino acid. Now examples of this essential and non-essential amino acid. Essential amino acid, okay. And here we have non-essential amino acid. Here we have non-essential amino acid, okay na. Now what is the example? Okay na. So these are some examples of essential amino acid. Here you see this V means valine, this L means leucine, Li means isoleucine, this T means tryptophan, M means methionine, okay. This P means proline, this T means tyrosine, L means L means lysine. Lysine. A means arginine. Arginine. Okay. And H means histidine. H means histidine. Okay. So these are the 10 examples of essential amino acid. Here you see valine, leucine, isoleucine, tryptophan, methionine, proline, tyrosine, lysine, arginine and histidine. So these are the examples of essential amino acid. Okay. Now what are the examples of non-essential amino acid? Here you see okay. So here you see this G4 glycine, G4 glycine, A means alanine, S means serine, C means cysteine, G means glutamine, T means here this is tyrosine. T means tyrosine. Okay. And P means phenylalanine. A means asparagine. Aspartic acid and G for glutamic acid. Okay. So these are some of the examples of non-essential amino acid. Okay. So you need not to remember all. Okay, na? So you can remember some of the examples of this essential and non-essential amino acid. Okay. Here you see this stream is threonine. To make some correction, okay? This is threonine. This is threonine and this is tryptophan. This is tryptophan. Okay. So here you see valine, leucine, isoleucine, threonine, methionine, proline, tryptophan, lysine, arginine, histidine. And here you see non-essential amino acid: glycine, alanine, serine, cysteine, glutamine, tyrosine, phenylalanine. This is asparagine, aspartic acid, and glutamic acid. Okay, so these are the examples of non-essential amino acid. Okay. Now we are proceeding first next topic. Okay, now our next topic is Zuiter ion. Next topic is Zuiter ion. Zuiter ion. Okay. So here you see R bond CH bond NH2 bond CWH. CWH. Okay na. So this is one alpha amino acid. Okay. Now this alpha amino acid in aqueous solution. This aqueous solution. Okay na. This alpha amino acid exists as a dipolar ion. And this dipolar ion is called Zuiter ion. Means in aqueous solution, this CWH group, okay, this will release this H+. And here you see in case of NH2, above this nitrogen we have lone pair of electron. Okay na. So after the release of this H+, this NH2 molecule will pick up this hydrogen. Okay na. So it will become. So the next structure will become. You see R bond CH bond NH3 plus because this NH2 molecule will pick up this hydrogen and it will become NH3 plus bond CW minus. Okay, so in aqueous solution this alpha amino acid or this amino acid exists as a dipolar ion, plus minus. In the same molecule we have plus and minus, so this is called dipolar ion. Okay, so in this alpha amino acid in the aqueous solution exists as dipolar ion, and this dipolar ion is called Zwitter ion. So this is dipolar ion. This is dipolar ion, and this dipolar ion is also called Zwitter ion. It's called Zwitter ion. Okay. So in simply we can define that this amino acid in aqueous solution they exist as a dipolar ion, and this dipolar ion is called Zwitter ion. Okay now. So this amino acid in a Zwitter ionic form. Okay now. They shows amphoteric behavior. Because they can react with both acids and bases. Okay, because they contains both plus and minus. Okay, so up to this we have so far discussed about this proteins, this classification of proteins based on the number of amine group and carboxylic acid groups. Okay, and after that we have classified based on their synthesis. That is, one is essential amino acid and another one is non-essential amino acid. Okay now, and after that we have discussed about this Zwitter ion. Okay, so for today's class, up to this, in our next class we will discuss our next topic. Okay, so thank you everyone.